My name is Amanda Mayman. I live west of Pierce on Wetherby. Same problem that you have with the traffic. I would like to address lead in the water, and I would like to know why, though you're probably not going to answer this question right now, I understand, why it is that we hear on NPR that we have lead in the water in Beverly Hills, or we hear from the lady who's going around with a petition for the Clear Water Action. I understand that because of the good record of Beverly Hills, they only need to test a very small number of houses. And I also understand that there are lead service lines, and apparently the village manager, according to NPR, does not know where those lead service lines may be. And there was a lady who tested her water and found the lead was very high in that water. So she had a lead service line. So obviously somebody knows where at least one of them is. And, you know, as a person who lives here and drinks the water and has had children who have gone through the schools and have drunk the water, I think we really need to know more about this. I understand that Beverly Hills is suing the Michigan Department of Environmental Quality, but we don't know anything about this. And I understand as part of the lawsuit, or at least the Department of Environmental Quality suggested to Beverly Hills that you let the residents know that there is this problem. Again, you know, this is an older area of Beverly Hills where we live, and we really would like to know where those lead service lines are, and we would like to know how we go about testing our water, and we would like to know what's going on.
Okay, let's deal with. I'm certain that the clean water people, in addition to bringing this to your attention, also asked for your donation, right?
I gave them $2.
Be that as it may, Beverly Hills, for the last almost 60 years, has tested its water regularly, randomly, at various homes. In all that time, we have had one instance where a lead service line, which is on the private property, has nothing to do with the water that comes into your home, in a house that was built in the 1920s, had in fact leached lead into the test sample. One. We immediately went to that homeowner and replaced that service line that was there. It was immediately retested. There is no lead in that sample. We have expanded everything. We have done everything that the DEQ has requested of us. As far as not knowing, well, okay. It was in the Villager. It was in the newspaper. I understand. It was in the Villager. It was in the newspaper. It was on this broadcast at this level, virtually.
But nothing from the village, as far as I'm concerned. Nothing coming to my house.
Came to your house. The Villager comes to everybody's house.
See anything about lead in the water?
Okay. Okay.
Tell me what
we were required by the DEQ to in fact send a notification to each household, which we did, and the DEQ is satisfied that we in fact sent that to every household in this village. The DEQ also indicated that we should publish this. We published it as indicated. We have spoken about this at virtually every meeting over the past 6 months and tried to get that information out. The allegation that we are in fact suing the DEQ is not correct. We are appealing a decision that the DEQ made with regard to the level of testing that needs to be done in this village, where over the past 60 years, one test showed lead in a 1920s house. And let's bear in mind that if your house wasn't built in the 20s, the likelihood of lead in your line is very seldom. It's very minuscule. However, if you would like your water tested, contact the village and we'll test your water for you.
Okay.
Is that correct, Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Have I said anything that wasn't accurate, Mr. Wilson?
I don't believe so.
Including, I can't tell you how many times I've talked about this water issue, which is grossly unfair, and I realize that it is an excellent fundraising technique, and I think you should all give money to the clean water people. That's great. Good idea. The more the merrier, okay?
Mr. Ronan?
No, I'm not going to take any comments from council. I didn't mean, if that sounded gruff, it wasn't intended to be. It's just, I know the house where that was tested. I know who lives there. I know how old that house is. There's absolutely nothing wrong with our water, and if you have any doubt about it, call the office. We'll test your water for you. And we test, I think, about 5 times as much as we're required to by the DEQ. I understand that they interviewed the village manager, and the village manager is a little more polite than I am. They should have called me. There is absolutely nothing wrong with your water. There's not lead in the system. There are some old homes. Okay. Anyone else want to be heard on items not on the published agenda? Yes, sir.